When cleaning up and retouching skin, pro retouchers usually start by manually pre-cleaning the skin with the spot healing brush tool or other similar tools. It's a big misconception that they rely on automated tools for this. Getting rid of bigger blemishes or pimples is typically done by hand, which can actually be pretty relaxing. I just created a new layer and I'm going to clear out all the bigger distractions from the skin using the spot healing brush tool. Make sure to set the brush size close to the size of the spots you're removing. Just click on the area you want to fix and Photoshop will handle the rest. If you need to undo something, just use Ctrl+Z or Command+Z to go back and redo any parts you're not happy with. I'm just kind of painting over the spots to remove them. Usually, we focus on getting rid of the bigger distractions, but for this example, I'm also taking care of the smaller ones. Take your time. Editing is about expressing your own style. So, turn on some nice music and enjoy the process. I'll keep this video at normal speed so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Remember, our main goal is to remove the bigger distractions from the skin. It's super important to keep the skin looking natural and not overdo it with the retouching. Sure, some retouchers from certain countries prefer to smooth the skin a lot because their editing style calls for it. But at the end of the day, it's all about your personal style. Just remember, the goal is to make the person look as natural as possible. So, while you're editing, try to keep that balance and avoid making the skin look too fake. Click on the Layer's Eye icon to see the before and after and check your progress. Once you're done, press the Copy Merged button on the Muse panel to create a merged copy of all layers. This way, we have a solid base to start our next editing steps. Head over to the Skin tab on the Muse panel and press the Skin Smoothing button. Once the panel works its magic, select the brush tool, set it to about 50% opacity, adjust the diameter if needed, and set the brush's hardness to 100%. This last step is very important. Now, with white as the foreground color, paint over the skin to reveal the edited skin. Notice that the layer mask is selected, which means you're painting on the mask to reveal the smoothing effect. Be sure to avoid painting over details like eyes, lips, hair, and so on. Feel free to change the brush size as needed. Some areas will require a smaller brush, while others might need a bigger one. As before, use the eye icons to see the before and after and check your progress. What I'm teaching you are the most important skills for skin editing. These are the solid fundamentals for anyone aiming to be a professional skin retoucher. If you're an enthusiast, what you're learning here will be more than enough to edit skin like a real pro without wasting hours on beauty retouching techniques that require a more detailed approach. Once finished, we have a very good looking and clean skin. Now, if you want to enhance the texture of the skin and make it more crispy, it's time to press the Sharpen Skin Texture button in the Muse panel. This feature will enhance the texture of the skin and make it look even more natural. Of course, according to your taste, feel free to decrease the opacity of the layer and reduce the sharpening effect. I reduced the opacity a bit, and since I like to keep a clean workspace, I select all the layers and group them into a folder using the Ctrl and G or Command plus G key combination. You can skip this step if you want, it's just a personal preference. You can skip the step I'm doing now. I'm applying the layer mask to show you the before and after of what we did. It's one of many ways to see the before and after. As you can see, we did a really great job here. I can't stress it enough. Enjoy the process. The more you do it, the better you will be. Now, if you really want to take it to the next level, press the Copy Merged button in the Muse panel to create a new, solid copy of everything we've just done. Now press the Frequency Separation button in the Muse panel, select the Tones layer, but don't close it as I'm doing, because when you will be using the Lasso Selection tool, which needs to be a little bit feathered, it will not work. So be sure to keep the Frequency Separation folder opened, or if you need some more space, minimized as in my case. Now, to see the magic, press the plus Smooth 20 button in the Muse panel. Keep selecting areas of the skin which needs to be smoothened out, and once selected, press one of the options for a good smoothing. Most of the times, you will use the plus Smooth 20 or the plus Smooth 10 buttons, but try them all and see which one fits your needs. What we're doing here closely emulates the traditional and time-consuming dodge and burn technique. We're smoothing out areas of the skin to make them look as pleasant as possible. When we're done, you'll be amazed at how great and professional this looks. Keep in mind that if you press the wrong smoothing button, you can always redo it by going back with Ctrl plus Z or Command plus Z keys. Take your time and try to train your eye to see where the areas that need to be smoothed are. Each smoothing option will enlarge or reduce the width of the smoothing. Don't rush. As I always say, enjoy the process and edit your portraits according to your own style. It's not necessary to smooth the skin areas in every photo. I'm showing you the best practices, but at the end of the day, it's really up to you how far you want to go with the editing. Now that we've edited the skin, we can proceed to the black and white editing using all the core features of the black and white Muse panel. What I like to do when I'm not sure which look I'd like to use is to try a few of them and then decide how to proceed. With these foundations, you'll be able to edit your portraits in a professional way, and most importantly, enjoy the creative process. Happy editing!